WKAR presents Quizbusters. Production of Quizbusters is made possible in part by Consumers Energy, building Michigan's future by supporting excellence in education. Consumers Energy, count on us. By the Michigan Education Association and its 160,000 members, advocating for a world-class public education that ensures a bright future for Michigan students and economy. Online at mea.org. And by viewers like you. Now, here's the host of Quizbusters, Matt Ottinger.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Thanks to Dan Bayer. I want to be thanking a lot of people in the next half hour. Welcome to our Grand Championship for the 23rd time here on WKAR. The two top teams meeting, facing off one more time. We want to stress they are both already champions of their respective divisions. They have both already received those scholarship offers. We're going to have some fun with this final game. Let us reintroduce you to our two teams. Our White Division champions, defending their title from last year, the Royals of Jackson Christian, and our new champions in the Green Division, the Vikings of Everett High School. The first time a Lansing City School has won our tournament, so congratulations there. Grand Championship time. Let me introduce you to the players first, starting with the Royals of Jackson Christian. That team is Stephen Bell, Zach Schneider, Chris Cito, the captain, and Kennedy Wilson. Alternates for Jackson Christian are Matt Dubinsky and Katie Knowlton. The advisor for the Royals is Joanne Knowlton. And the Vikings from Lansing Everett High School, Sharia Lundy, Mohammed Abukar, Doug Hissong, the captain, and Tyler Gilson. Alternate for Everett is Emilio Pido. The advisor is Benton Billings. I can put that away because I won't be telling you about the next show. This is the last show, and we start with the Quick 10. Players, congratulations first. Now let's have some fun. We'll play the Grand Championship game. 10 toss-up questions. Put the first points on the board. The Grand Championship begins with question 1. What was the name of King Arthur's legendary sword? Everett Tyler.
Excalibur.
Right. What king of France was the husband of Marie Antoinette? Everett Muhammad.
Louis XVI.
That's right. Question 3. What element with atomic number 19? Everett Tyler.
Potassium.
Right. Has the symbol K. Well done. Question 4. What is the name for the Japanese art of growing and cultivating? Everett Muhammad.
Bonsai.
Miniature trees. That's right. Question 5. What word for an acetic acid comes from the French for sour wine? Jackson Christian, Chris.
Vinegar.
Vinegar, that's right. Question 6. What unit to measure the depth of water is equal to... Jackson Christian, Chris.
Leagues.
No, I'm sorry, that's wrong. Everett, what unit to measure the depth of water is equal to 6 feet? Tyler.
Fathom.
Fathom is right. Question 7. What Midwestern state's geographic center is located near the city of Ames? Everett Tyler.
Iowa.
Ames, Iowa. It's where the University of Iowa is located. Question 8. What does the C stand for in the abbreviation ACLU? Everett Muhammad.
College.
No, I'm sorry. It's not College Kennedy.
Civil.
Civil. American Civil Liberties Union. Question 9. Name the interdenominational society organized in 1899 to put Bibles in hotel rooms. Jackson Christian Kennedy.
Gideon.
The Gideons International. And question 10. What was the nickname of the Apollo 11 lunar module that placed the first man on the moon? Jackson Christian, Zach.
Eagle.
The Eagle has landed. That's right for 10. Six for Everett, 4 for Jackson Christian. All 10 questions answered correctly. Toss-up leads to a bonus. Players, here we go. Its inferior end is attached to the thyroid cartilage, while its upper portion is attached to the tongue. It moves downward whenever Jackson Christian Kennedy.
Adam's apple.
No, I'm sorry, not what I'm looking for. Everett, I'll continue. It moves downward whenever a person begins swallowing. For 10 points, name this anatomical structure, a flap that prevents choking on food by covering the entrance to the trachea. Sharia.
Uvula?
No, the epiglottis. The epiglottis. New toss-up players. The Belcher Islands are in this body of water, as are the Marcopetes and Diggs chains. In June 1611, the Discovery crew mutinied and set this bay's namesake explorer adrift here. Everett Muhammad.
Hudson.
Hudson Bay is right, and bonus goes to Everett first time. Give me the following, Everett, about white elephants. First, the meaning of white elephant as an expensive possession that is too prestigious to get rid of comes from what Asian kingdom once called Siam? Thailand is right. A cryptic conversation about abortion is the focus of an Ernest Hemingway story titled for what landforms that resemble white elephants?
Name of Hemingway.
African hills or something like that?
The hills of Kilimanjaro.
Hills of Kilimanjaro, because it's a title. Hills was what they were, but you gave us too much that time. The work is called Hills Like White Elephants, and that was the name of the work. So when you named a work, we had to call it wrong. Sorry about that. You got 10 for the category. New toss-up players. This country's equivalent of the CIA, the General Intelligence Directorate, is considered the Arab world's most effective. It is often used against its disempowered Palestinian citizens to keep its Jackson Christian Kennedy.
Israel?
It's not Israel. No, I'm sorry. Everett, I'll continue for you. It's disempowered Palestinian citizens to keep its Hashemite dynasty in power. Abdullah II rules for 10 points what kingdom east of Israel? Tyler.
Jordan.
Jordan is right. Everett, back to you. The ancient world's largest library was established in an Egyptian city in the Nile Delta. First name that library.
Library of Alexandria.
Right. The predominant form of the library's holdings were scrolls made from the pith of what wetland grass common in the Delta?
Papyrus.
Papyrus is right. Finally, most historians believe that the library was founded by what Macedonian general who fought a namesake dynasty in who founded a namesake dynasty in Egypt after Alexander the Great's death?
Who came after? Philip.
Ptolemy was the one. Ptolemy won Soter. 20 points on your bonus gives you 110. Gives us the first pop quiz. One more time into the pop quiz. R-A-M, your letter set players. Everything begins. R-A-M. Stefan from Jackson Christian. Sharia from Everett. A sloping in Sharia?
Ramp.
Right. Nicely done. Next, the television personality who hosts such reality shows as Hell's Kitchen and Kitchen Stefan.
Ramsey.
Gordon Ramsay, Kitchen Nightmares. Finally, to speak or write in an Sharia?
Ramble.
Ramble is what I wanted. Aimless and seemingly random way. Well done. Zach, Jackson Christian. Muhammad, Everett. The 9th month of the Muhammad?
Ramadan.
Ramadan is right. Islamic calendar associated with fasting. Next. Difficult to control or Muhammad?
Rambunctious.
Rambunctious is right. Well done on a tough word. Finally, an Asian clear soup. Muhammad?
Ramen.
Ramen, the ramen noodles. That's exactly right. Well done, Muhammad. Captains now. Chris, Jackson Christian. Doug, Everett. The fictional Vietnam vet played in 4 feature films by Sylvester. Chris.
Rambo.
John Rambo, beginning with First Blood. Next. A defensive wall of a fort, as mentioned in the lyrics of the Stars. Chris.
Rampart.
Over the ramparts we watched. That's right. Finally, an open temporary shelter with a roof and no walls, or the brand name of a hotel chain. Doug.
Ramadan?
No, it's not Ramadan. No, I'm sorry, Chris. The brand name of a hotel chain with significantly better accommodations. Ramada. Ramada is the hotel chain. Kennedy, Jackson Christian, and Tyler Everett. In mathematics and biology, the term for branching out, or more broadly, the possible results, both foreseen and Kennedy.
Ramification.
Right, both foreseen and unforeseen of any stated action. Next. Loosely made or barely held Kennedy.
Ramshackle.
Ramshackled is right, especially in describing a building. Final question. Flourishing, spreading, or extending, unchecked and unrestrained. Kennedy.
Rampant.
Rampant is right. Kennedy swept those, and that's our quiz. Well played pop quiz by all of our players. Lots of tough words, lots of quick answers. All right, new toss-up gets back to the bonuses. Players, we're all back in for this. The first of these conflicts began with an attack on the Negro Fort in an effort to capture fugitive slaves. The Treaty of Paynes, P-A-Y-N-E-S, the Treaty of Paynes Landing, excuse me, ended the second of these conflicts, in which one side was led by Chief Osceola. Everett Muhammad.
Zulu Wars.
No, I'm sorry, that's wrong. I'll clear that. Jackson Christian, Chief Osceola, for 10 points, name these wars waged against the namesake Florida tribe. Stefan.
Tallahassee.
Seminole, the Seminole tribe. So no one scores on that one. We have a new toss-up, players. In one story by this author, 3 men who set out to find death instead discover a bag of gold coins. A knight is given 1 year to find out what Jackson Christian Kennedy.
Chaucer.
Chaucer, it's the Canterbury Tales. That's right, one of distress author. Make sure you're giving me the right answers. Jackson Christian, this hormone inhibits insulin release, dilates the bronchi, and increases the heart rate. First, name this hormone synthesized in the medulla of namesake glands above the kidneys involved in the fight or flight response.
Adrenaline.
Adrenaline or epinephrine, that's fine. Epinephrine is what I'm going to say, also causes constriction of blood vessels, which leads to an increase in what vital sign? Diuretics can decrease that sign.
Blood pressure.
Blood pressure is right. Finally, EpiPens, E-P-I, EpiPens containing injectable epinephrine are used to treat what result of severe allergic reactions in which blood pressure plummets and swelling closes off airways?
Inflammation, maybe? Constriction?
Constriction of the airways?
No, anaphylactic shock. Anaphylactic shock is what I wanted. 20 points on your bonus takes you to 130. Everett at 160. We're at halftime. Players relax. It's a great first half of play so far. We're going to find us a grand champion in the second half, but the players can relax for a moment while we have a couple of things, a couple pieces of business to take care of. We want to thank, of course, all the people who've helped us make Quiz Busters this season, and some very important people who help us put this show all together are the people who help supply the funding and, of course, the prizes, and some of them would like to say a few words right now. So here they are.
Hi, I'm Glenn Brew, Assistant Director of Admissions at Michigan State University. On behalf of Michigan State, I'd like to congratulate our division champions this season, as well as to recognize WKAR for a terrific year of producing Quiz Busters. Michigan State University is proud to offer $5,000 scholarships to 4 members from each of the championship teams this year, to recognize not only their efforts during the season, but also to encourage them to consider Michigan State as their first choice collegiate institution. Go Green.
On behalf of everyone at Consumers Energy, congratulations to all of the teams that have participated in this year's exciting competition. It is an honor and a privilege for us to support Quizbusters and the bright young men and women we have seen on this program. Academic excellence deserves to be recognized and celebrated, and we are grateful to have been a part of this year's successful season.
The Michigan Education Association is proud to sponsor Quizbusters. It's a great example of the wonderful things going on in our schools, challenging students, engaging their minds, and preparing them for future success. The 155,000 teachers and other union members of the MEA are pleased to support this program and congratulate this year's champion.
We're also very honored to have Glenn and Carolyn in the audience with us today, and we thank them for their support of this program. It's been 23 years, and it's just been a whole lot of fun. Hasn't been 23 years for these players. It's just been a few weeks of having fun with us, but we're going to have a little bit more as we play our second half. A pop quiz waiting for us halfway through. The Grand Championship may turn on the lightning round, and we have a video bonus, a special video bonus coming up in just a couple seconds as soon as we get a toss-up answered. So let's get back to the second half with this, players. This island includes the city of Bandar Seri Begawan and the state of Sarawak. To Everett, Tyler.
Brunei.
No, I'm sorry, that's the wrong answer. Jackson Christian, I'll finish it for you. The island contains the city of Bandar Seri Begawan and the state of Sarawak and is west of Sulawesi. Kalimantan is part of this island that lies south of the South China Sea. For 10 points, what third largest island is divided between Brunei, Malaysia, and Indonesia? Kennedy.
Borneo.
Borneo is the island that I wanted. Tough break there, Tyler. And Jackson Christian, you get our video bonus. And you've been in this position before. You were with us in the last year. You might remember that we had our last year's video bonus was asked by our documentarian, Ken Burns, a very familiar face to PBS audiences. Ken Burns is back again this season to ask question 1 for you. Pay attention to the monitor right here.
In 1994, PBS aired Baseball, my 9-part film about our national pastime. One of the most important events in the history of baseball was when Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier by becoming the first African American to play in the major leagues. What major league team did he play for?
The Dodgers?
The Dodgers is right. The Brooklyn Dodgers, as a matter of fact. Answer questions about other players who had lengthy careers playing for one major league team. First, Lou Gehrig, the original Iron Horse, played in 2,130 consecutive games, part of a 17-year career played entirely for what franchise?
Yankees? I don't know.
Answer, please. Chris?
Red Sox.
Not the Red Sox. It was the New York Yankees. Lou Gehrig was the Iron Horse for the Yankees. Tough break. I think you were deciding between those two. You got 10 for the first one. We thank Ken Burns. We play on. New toss-up players. Guildless textile workers in this city led the revolt of the Chompi, C-I-O-M-P-I. Charles VIII's invasion allowed Savonarola to hold a bonfire of the Jackson Christian Kennedy.
Florence.
Florence is right. Jackson Christian, back to you. Answer these questions about accomplishments of various Flemings, people named Fleming. First, Alexander Fleming discovered what first known antibiotic in fungus in 1928?
Penicillin.
Right. Sharona Fleming was one of the personal assistants of what obsessive-compulsive detective played by Tony Shalhoub on a Namesake USA series?
Monk.
Monk is right. He was Adrian Monk. Finally, Peggy Fleming won the USA's only gold medal at what Winter Olympics? We want the year. At what Winter Olympics held in Grenoble, France?
60s, 70s? I don't know.
Answer.
1968.
1968 is right. 20 points and a sweep of the category. Well done. They're that kind of team. Both teams are like that. They know more than they think they know. They know more than they realize they know. Jackson Christian, you have the lead. New toss-up players. The Silent Men and The Adulterous Woman are stories by this Algerian-born author, who also Everett Sharia.
Camus.
Camus is right. See what I mean? Everett, back to you for the bonus. This point is 9,306 feet above sea level. First, name this point at 90 degrees latitude on the continent of Antarctica.
South Pole.
The South Pole.
The South Pole is right. The U.S. base at the pole keeps its clocks synchronized with what Pacific Ocean nation, whose two main islands are separated by the Cook Strait?
Wait,
Probably Hawaii?
that's not a nation.
No.
Answer, please.
No answer.
No answer. New Zealand. New Zealand, whose two main islands, the North Island and the South Island. New Zealand, the answer. 10 points on your bonus. 20-point lead for Jackson Christian. Second pop quiz could be key. One-on-one action. R-A-P, moving just a little bit down the dictionary from the last time. R-A-P this time. Stefan, Jackson Christian. Sharia, Everett. Moving or acting, Sharia?
Rapturing.
No, I'm sorry, that's wrong. Stefan, moving or acting with great speed and swiftness.
Rapid.
Rapid is right. Next, a small sword, typically associated with, Stefan.
Rapier.
Rapier is right. And finally, the fairy tale character, locked, Sharia.
Rapunzel.
Rapunzel, just barely beating Stefan to that one, of course, an easy one. Zach now, Jackson Christian, Muhammad, Everett. The slang two-word, Muhammad.
Rap star.
No, I'm sorry, that's wrong. Zach, the slang two-word term for a record kept by law enforcement authorities of a person's arrests and convictions. All right, no harm done. Rap sheet is what that's called. Next, the Italian painter and architect of the High Renaissance. Muhammad. Too much time, Muhammad. Zach, the Italian painter and architect of the High Renaissance, considered one of the great masters of the period. Tough one. Raphael, we tricked you. It's R-A-P-H, Raphael. Final question. The three-word phrase abbreviated by the acronym REM when referring, Muhammad.
Rapid eye movement.
Rapid eye movement when referring to REM sleep. Is Chris now, Jackson Christian? Doug, Everett. To descend a steep incline by means of a double rope. Chris.
Rappel.
To rappel, that's right. Next. The two-word name used by the indigenous Polynesian people to identify the area many of us call Easter Island. Doug.
Rapatoa.
Not Rapatoa. No, I'm sorry. Chris, any ideas?
Rap Island.
No, he had the Rapa part. It's Rapa Nui. Easter Island is Rapa Nui. Final question. Ecstatic delight, or specifically, the experience anticipated by some Christians. Chris.
Rapture.
The rapture, that's right. 10 points there. Kennedy now, Jackson Christian, Tyler Everett. A harmonious or sympathetic relation. Kennedy.
Rapport.
Rapport. Sometimes we don't say the T, but that's right. Or rapprochement if you're playing at home. Next. Any rogue, rascal, or scamp. Kennedy, I'm sorry you're late. It's a rapscallion is what I wanted there. Final question. Any bird of prey, or, Tyler?
Raptor.
Raptor is what I wanted. You're good for 10. That's the quiz. The informal name for the dinosaur, Jurassic Park, all that stuff, a Toronto NBA franchise. I didn't need any of that. Tyler got it off the first clue. Next time it's the fanfare, it's the lightning round. A few toss-ups, a few key bonuses, a close game. Here we go, players. Rutile, R-U-T-I-L-E, is an ore of this element that can burn in pure nitrogen. One of its salts is used to bleach paper. This transition metal does not trigger an immune response in humans, making it useful for joint replacements. For 10 points, name this transition metal with atomic symbol Ti. Jackson Christian. Kennedy.
Titanium.
Titanium is the Ti. That's right. We go back to Jackson Christian. Evaporation is the transition from liquid to this phase. First, name this least dense of the three common phases of matter. Gas is right. This transition, the reverse of evaporation, converts a gas to a liquid.
Condensation.
Condensation is right. Above this temperature, about 647 kelvins for water, a substance's liquid and gas phases become indistinguishable.
Plasma. It's a point.
Answer, please.
Plasma?
No, it's the critical point, the critical temperature. 20 more points on your total gives you 280, 70-point lead. New toss-up players. In 1839, Frederick Catherwood explored the ruins of these people, including the port of Tulum, the tomb of Pascal the Great in Palenque, and the southern city of Copan. Chichen Itza was also built by, for 10 points, what pre-Columbian Everett Muhammad?
Aztecs.
Not the Aztecs. No, I'm sorry, Jackson Christian. Chichen Itza was also built by, for 10 points, what pre-Columbian civilization centered in the Yucatan and Guatemala? Zach.
The Mayans.
The Mayans, the other ones, that's right. It's back to Jackson Christian. Answer these questions related to the stock market. First, what animal symbolizes increasing investor confidence or signs of economic recovery in the stock market?
Bull.
Bull is right, bull market. The 1792 Buttonwood Agreement, signed by 24 stockbrokers under a namesake tree, established what American financial institution? Answer?
Oak tree?
Nope. The New York Stock, the namesake tree was the Buttonwood. New York Stock Exchange was the organization. Sort of a tricky one there. But you're going to go to the lightning round with a 90-point lead. That might be enough, although it's certainly a lot more than 10 questions to ask in the last 60 seconds. So, nothing but toss-up questions remain. You'll score 10 points for a right answer. You're going to lose 10 points for a wrong answer, and we've got 60 seconds more to play in our 23rd Grand Championship. Jackson Christian at 300, Everett at 210, 60 seconds on the clock. The lightning round begins now. What was the four-letter name for a Dutch colonist in South Africa in the 17th? Tyler.
Boer.
Right. What vice president under Richard Nixon resigned in Doug.
Agnew.
Right. What Longfellow hero lives on the shores of Geechee Goonie by Kennedy?
Hiawatha.
Right. How many items are there in a baker's dozen? Tyler.
13.
Right. What city is served by Dulles International Airport? Time. What word from Middle English is the time of night at which young people are expected to return? Sharia.
Twilight.
Wrong. What is the capital of North Dakota? Tyler.
Bismarck.
Right. What element with atomic number 20 has the symbol Tyler?
Calcium.
Right. How many days are there in a fortnight? Muhammad.
17.
Wrong. How many strikes are thrown in a perfect bowling game? Tyler.
12.
Right. What game is played in checkers by two teams of 4 players on horseback? Kennedy.
Polo.
Right. What do we call a fear of high places? Chris. Time by surface area. What is the smallest of the Great Lakes? Time is up. Jackson Christian. David has defeated Goliath. Jackson Christian are our grand champions. Not just the champions of the white division, but the smallest school in the white division has won our grand championship. It's the first time in about 2 decades that a white division team has won. Congratulations. But let's talk about congratulations all the way down the line. Everett, I didn't get a chance to congratulate you on the last show for beating Okemos. I know a constant nemesis for you, and that made you Green Division champions. You have absolutely no shame right now. Congratulations for your great win with us, and good luck to you in the future. Some of you, your future will be here with us at MSU. Jackson Christian, congratulations to you. You are our grand champions. Coming just a little bit short last year, you brought it home this year. Again, all I can say is congratulations. And that's our season. I've got some trophies to give away, but other than that, it's been a great, sensational year for us. Specifically want to thank producer Mike Mahalis, director Ken Murley, and floor director Jason Blahos. And for all of us here on Quizbusters, thank you so much for joining us. I'm Matt Ottinger. Enjoy.
Production of Quizbusters is made possible in part by Consumers Energy, building Michigan's future by supporting excellence in education. Consumers Energy, count on us. By the Michigan Education Association and its 160,000 members, advocating for a world-class public education that ensures a bright future for Michigan students and economy. Online at mea.org. And by viewers like you. Book Scholarship Awards are provided by SBS, the Student Bookstore, located at 421 East Grand River Avenue in East Lansing. Become a Quizbusters fan at Facebook.com. For more information about Quizbusters or any of WKAR's locally produced series or specials, visit our website, WKAR.org.